So you've always wanted a beautiful blue spruce in your garden, but there's only one problem. They get tall, and maybe more importantly, they get sort of wide. And although you wanted one in your garden, not really in your living room window. So not only are we going to learn about a plant that will help your garden, but we'll also learn a little Latin in the case of Picea Pungens Fastigiata. So before we get to our Latin phonetics course, let's talk about exactly what this is and where it comes from. Where this is Picea Pungens Fastigiata, and the native range for Colorado spruce or Colorado blue spruce is in the southwestern United States all the way north into the Rocky Mountain range, and they are surprisingly adaptable and tolerant of higher heats because they are from an area where there are extremely hot temperatures during the daytime hours, but there is a cool down at night. The growth rate on this plant is somewhere between about 3 to 6 inches per year. It'll be 3 inches for that first couple of years. Then as the plant starts to get nice and happy and well established in your soil in the garden, it can get up to 6 inches per year. But here is where the Latin comes in. Let's say hello to the term fastigiata, fastigiata, which is a very narrow, upward growing plant, and you will see this throughout the plant world, and conifers in particular. Coming from the word fastigiate, fastigiata is this cultivar. Now, what is so exceptional about that habit is many times in the garden we have that one space that's a little bit narrow, maybe there's an existing plant already next to it. We don't want it to outgrow its space in either direction. We only want it to go up. Well, that's exactly what this plant does, and you can see from the branching structure that they do all point towards the sky, and it will keep that habit throughout its growth cycle. It will eventually become a large tree, but a much more narrower version than its counterpart, which would just be a straight Colorado blue spruce or Picea pungens. So when you select one of these for your garden, that's why cultivars or cultivated varieties being named are very important, because you know when you purchase this plant, it's going to be narrow and you're going to have enough room in your garden long term. In addition to its growth habit, of course, it has the beautiful powder blue needles every spring that start to emerge, and as the year starts to push on, they sort of transform into a steel blue color, and really is a beautiful accent companion plant to Japanese maples and any of their red foliage, or anything in the fall that turns a brilliant yellowy orange, or anything below it that could be a perennial or annual flowers that have some of those same colors. It really just makes a striking point in any garden. Remember, that's why when you go into your local garden center, you want to make sure that you're getting the plant that will work for your garden. And in the case of Picea Pungens Fastigiata, not only did we learn a little Latin, but we learned it would work in your garden.